There's a big X marks the spot in my backyard, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to dig. I'm on a mission to complete 100% of a game about digging a hole. That's right, the whole game. The whole game. The whole game? I gotta dig a hole. Grab your shovels, folks, because getting all the achievements in this one calls for a whole lot of digging, flying, drilling, and even a fair bit of bravery. So then, how on earth did I find myself in this situation? Well, I'd stepped out for a stroll that morning to read. Yes, my favorite book. I love the words that are in this book. But my reading would have to wait, because opportunity had arrived. This excellent driver dude marked off a tally, nailed something to this board, and sped off. And would you look at that, there's a house for sale with gold in the backyard. Who could pass up on a deal this sweet, am I right? I'd gotten my hands on this epic battery-powered shovel too. Explodes when battery gets empty. What could go wrong? Shovel in hand, I strolled up to the big X in my new backyard and turned away to see what else was around. This garage had a computer for selling ores. Guess this will be quite the hole, huh? It was also stocked with a place to purchase stuff. I see what's up here. Fine then, let's get cracking. Let us dig. Oh boy, didn't realize we were working with a garden spade. I got to work, poking the earth with this thing, and eventually pulled up a piece of stone. On my third time doing this, I got this notification. My inventory is only 3 things? I had no idea what to do with the stone, so I stumbled around the garage again, until I eventually realized stone counts as an ore to sell. Nice, this is business, baby. Back to work in the earth I went, but before long, I got a new notification, and then another. I wasn't too keen on any shovel explosions happening. Fortunately, I could buy recharges for cheap at the garage's buying station, so I was able to avoid any untimely boom booms for now. After nearly draining the battery all over again, I stumbled into iron. Iron sells way better than stone, thankfully, so I was able to begin the glorious upgrade grind with a battery capacity improvement. I stumbled into a bit of coal as I was getting about waist deep in my hole, which sold for a respectable amount. After this particularly juicy transaction, minus an increased cost to recharging thanks to the bigger battery, I got my first shovel upgrade. Look, she's a little bigger now. Oh yeah, I can see the difference already. I'd reached about head deep in my self-made adventure zone when I made an error. Oh, if your inventory is full, it destroys the item. Got it. Looks like I gotta be careful. My efforts had landed me just enough cash to secure the other 2 tier 1 upgrades, and now I can do this. Nifty. My new backpack fills up at 6 ores now instead of 3, so that'll make me dig life just a little more. 3 meters into my epic digging spree, things started getting good. Object detected. This detector thingy popped up, and I did my best to follow its cues. After a helpful pit stop to upgrade my shovel to tier 2, I climbed back in and lined her up just right. Ooh, what? Money bag 24? Score! That's basically a whole nother upgrade. I used that bag to make my bag better and got back to poking dirt. I could hold a solid 12 things now, but before I could even fill up twice, oh boy. Oh my, I'd found some kind of cave. I quickly snagged this battery upgrade, and in attempting to get in the hole within the hole, oh, copper. It was now getting real, because copper sells for 10 bucks. And after finding a second chunk, I could procure the final tier 2 upgrade. With a considerable amount of tactical digging, I ended up just falling in, where it was quite dark. Luckily, one of the ores was quite shiny. Silver. Okay, I dug what else I could. How do I get out? The tier 2 jetpack put in some work, and I made it back to the garage, where I could sell my findings for all this. I decided to purchase one of these, since it was just so dark down there. I arrived back at the cave gracefully, ow, and put this thing on the wall. Look at all this ore. I looped the process of snagging, jetpacking, selling, and buying till that cave was dry. I'd reached these upgrade tiers and had a lamp to spare. I began my further descent, employing the spiral digging method, when this thing showed up. What is this? I sold what I had before checking further, and once I had a tier 3 backpack, another lamp, and fresh batteries, I followed the inside of this weird thingy and went down. Wait, whoa. I'd found something. I couldn't really see it though, so I came back to get this upgrade and more lamps. I wasn't allowed to pick up lamps once they were down, so I had to be tactical with them. This something ended up just being some large chunk of something I had to dig around. But I got this second ring on the weird detector down thing, and soon, oh, hello. I kept digging it out, and just as Beepy Down box started going crazy.
Oh god, it's a mineshaft. Even worse, it's got a sign.
A sign, how terrifying.
I don't know if I should be doing this. Oh!
Looks like I've arrived. Lamp time. I found a new mineral in the shaft.
Gold. I am here. I'm here getting capitalistic gains, baby.
That sounds familiar.
That's a box.
I had found something. After a quick sell and a juicy shovel upgrade,
Look at that shovel.
I managed to carve my way through the blockage and approached the box. I shed some light on the subject and scored some cash and equipment.
Dynamite, lamps, and money.
Nice. I tested the first of those on that chunk of something from before, and there ain't no chunk of something no more. Unfortunately, it looks like there's a lot of them.
Again? Already?
I dug a bit more and then headed back up for a good sell sesh.
Hello, Suburbia. How's everybody doing here today? How are the kids? How are the wives? How are the husbands?
I snagged an even deeper sack for item holding and plunged back into my hole, where I bumped into something else 38 meters down. I was prepared this time and had both tools get activated. As you can see, I'm very brave. I followed this guy first and scored some more cash. Then this gadget said down again, so
What?
that doesn't look safe. Let's charge the battery.
Honey, I'm home. How are everybody? How's life up here on the surface?
I secured the next battery upgrade, along with the next jetpack one, and plunged once more to find this thing that I couldn't bonk. I dug at it considerably, before realizing this was probably just the game border. I switched back to following directions, you know, down, until the up text was lit. I was too in the zone to actually read though, so I just kept going down.
Up. Oh, it says up. Oh. How long has it said up for?
A while, buddy, a while. After quite a bit more digging, featuring a lot of chunk of something bonks, and a trip home for my battery,
Bertha! What's for dinner tonight?
Suburbia was changing me.
Bertha, I'll see you soon. Tell Timmy I said I love him. Just in case.
I'd started to use landmarks to get back to where I was, like this Dr. Seuss Whoville looking foot and this little fox looking thing. I whipped out the dynamite for this extremely inconvenient glowing chunk of something.
Hey, wood!
Looks like that wasn't the world border. Access called for more boom booms, so I headed back up to get a few sticks.
Don't worry, Bertha, I'm just practicing my beatboxing.
Once I'd bought a few boomsticks, I let them loose.
Oh no.
Looks like they're falling down the hole I wasn't supposed to be digging. Nice. I tried a new tactic.
Oh my god. Oh!
I am a responsible adult. I actually did get some of the chunks, and with this cheeky little toss,
yeah!
I climbed into where the entrance was finally exposed and got to work. Soon I'd cleared this away and got a nice box full of money for my trouble. At this point, I was thinking I was getting a feel for the game. But no, this is when everything began to change. I used my previously too far down hole to get back to getting down, and discovered
platinum. Very nice.
But mere seconds after, I found another cave. I was once again prepared, and this time really did find some kind of border. I blasted a few more chunks, and saw this glowing
diamond!
I found a few more, and with so many of these boys filling my large bag, it was time to head back up to Bertha.
I can get my Prot 4 armor soon. How much do diamonds sell for? $2.50 a pop.
Now that is
tasty.
I got the next shovel upgrade.
It's a drill!
Along with these upgrades, and a whole lot of dynamite and lamps.
Just give this a quick test.
The spam clicking days are over, but those are still a problem. The drilling was extremely satisfying after all the shoveling, but you may recall I said everything was about to change.
Hold on now.
A new cave had arrived, but this one was different.
Okay.
I decided to be brave.
There was something down there!
Okay, so maybe not so brave. I gave it a second try after expanding my exit hole.
Health bar.
Suddenly, it made sense to me why I have one. I mustered the courage to inch forward, but the shadows looked really big.
What?
Yeah, what is that about? I inched super bravely around the corner.
I don't What am I supposed to do about that?
My best guess was to get him with a little boomstick action.
Can't use dynamite here. Just kidding.
Well, that ain't gonna work.
Can't drill it. Can't use dynamite. Can't use the lights. I have absolutely zero in terms of any of my resources. I just have running.
So after many minutes of being a massive scaredy cat, for which I kinda don't blame myself,
What is happening? For what purpose?
and many minutes of getting chased like this, I came to a conclusion.
I'm terrified. I'm gonna go check on Bertha and the kids.
Yeah, the bravery was not coming through. I sold a few things, recharged and healed, saved the game, and prepared to make a really bad decision.
Maybe I just need to go. Kind of feel like I just heard a second one.
I got a pretty solid glimpse of the room here, and after the next patrol cycle, I made a break for it. And now I'm here.
I've had an idea. Doesn't feel like my best one.
It came straight for me soon after, and I nearly got seen, but with my epic Sneak 100 skills, I managed to make a second break to the tunnel onwards.
Oh! Whew. Yeah, there's more.
I could hear another one ahead, which was terrifying in its own way.
Well, this is horrible.
I inched up to this split in the road. That was close. I decided to try and follow that left route as Terror Beaver number 2 slunk away, and strolled to another pillar to hide behind. I waited out the beast and snuck to a new pillar, only to see a third beav in the distance. I played my best game of hide and seek ever.
Okay, yeah, that's horrible. That's awful. I'm gonna die. What's a sneaking? I haven't the foggiest.
It seemed I'd gotten away. And before me was a glowing chest. And that one looked like the one in the picture in the flyer. But when I clicked on it, a cutscene began.
Find the treasure? Did I actually do it? It's me, the treasure.
Well, that's unfortunate.
We were the treasure all along. Oh. Oh.
Looks like I got duped, folks. But I had unlocked achievement mode. The catch? I had to start over. Well, round 2 it is then. One of the shelves in the garage was replaced with this, and I got to work on what exactly these meant. Some were a bit more obvious than others, like shoveled probably being the number of times I shoveled. This one seemed to mean I had to beat the game in less than 30 minutes.
We need to hurry.
Yes, indeedy we do. I set to work with my very underwhelming garden spade.
Oh, this doesn't feel very hurrying. Oh.
We've seen most of this before, but I'll point out a few key observations.
Oh yeah, I can only hold 3. Wasted, that's what wasted is.
I gotta waste 47 more ores. I started selling stone again and focused in on getting that speed achievement.
Also, you know what? Let's find out. What happens? Ran out of energy, you lost your ores. Oh. Okay.
That was pretty anticlimactic. It left my health pretty low, but otherwise wasn't much of a loss. It wasn't long before I had tier 1 of everything again, and was hunting for the first money bag, since I thought the extra cash would speed me up overall. Not long after snagging the bag, this achievement popped.
I am shoveled. Shovel 4,000 times. You better believe it.
Another achievement in the bag, baby. I found my first chunk of something at around 9 meters deep, yet it didn't look like the one from before. I stumbled into that coppery cave soon after, where I was alerted once again about the first mineshaft being down. This time though, I found this thing.
What? That must be the special ore.
It does look pretty special. I cleared tier 2 of the upgrades again, thanks to electing to dig out the copper cave for him, featuring stumbling into this key again.
key. Did I ever end up actually using that key last time? Odd.
I then proceeded to immediately forget about it again. By the time Copper Cave was clear, I had tier 3 of everything and was ready to hunt down that mineshaft.
Oh,
And I found a second one of those. I found a nice and reassuring unbonkable wall pretty quickly, but after what felt like a good 10 minutes of digging for it, I still hadn't uncovered the entrance.
I'm looking at how quickly or not quickly this is happening, and I'm beginning to think it might be worth it to just skip these like little mine shafts that I'm looking for. Might be better to just go down.
So that's what I did. My remote says up, but that's just too bad. But then, for some inexplicable reason, I changed my mind. So I did a little boom action and climbed in to get my prize, which, you know, probably wasn't worth it for a speedrun. I got back to going down, running into these glowing chunks again, but you know, we got tools for that. All the gold from this area was enough to clear tier 4 on everything, helping me to the platinum zone, where I was actually ignoring the up-down thingy this time. I needed speed. A bit further came the diamonds, and the mineshaft just kinda ended up being in this cave. Weird, but I'll take it. It was definitely a little off, but cash is cash, baby. I'd snagged enough to grab these 3 big players, and it was officially drill time, featuring a third of those rainbow boys. The drilling commenced, regularly interrupted by more chunks, but I eventually found the scary cave once again. This time,
We just need to be fast about it. We're just gonna run.
no time for sneaking, it's go time.
We're just gonna skedaddle.
The skedaddling was strangely effective overall, and I reached the chest once again.
A lack of achievement popping right here is concerning.
The empty chest popped open, and no achievement came with it.
Oh no, don't eat me, please! I was just looking for treasure!
I loaded into the save afterwards to check.
34.
Well, that didn't work. I decided the best play, given my unfortunate situation, would be to hunt the other achievements first, and then give the speedrun another go. I sold the diamonds I've been holding whilst being eaten, and got some big boy upgrades, featuring the maximum quality drill.
We got the drill.
Oh! I mined up a bunch of stone with this new beast to score this achievement, Stonemason, for collecting 100 stone.
Easy.
Immediately after, I used the same epic technique to destroy a lot of stone, and scored.
Waste 50 ores, easy.
Once I'd bought a few more boomsticks, I started working on drilling an unobstructed hole for that long fall achievement, since I had a feeling I'd need an unobstructed 4-second fall.
Let's just make big hole.
You get the picture. It was quite a process lining everything up, featuring many annoying chunks. My first tests with my uninterrupted hole looked a little something like this.
Ow. I will have to widen this hole considerably. Okay.
During the hole widening, I stumbled into another rainbow ore, but
Any chance? Ow. I must widen my hole for me to be able to get what I want.
that's technically true.
Don't you love what I've done with the place, Bertha? I think it really accentuates the garden's natural appeal.
Comment Bertha approves to make sure Bertha loves the new vibe. After a good bit more widening, and this questionable piece of dynamite, I ended up at the bottom. With some diamonds from said widening, I maxed out the last of the upgrades, and gave it another go. More widening. I ended up selling enough diamonds from the great widening to score the moneymaker achievement, and on my very next attempt,
I'm gonna try the fall. Ah, yes! I fell for at least 4 seconds. Beautiful.
long fall, check. The achievements were looking good. Just 2 more before the reset. Find 1 more special ore and blow up a whole lot of dynamite. To that end, I made a bulk purchase and jumped back in my wide enough hole to find that rainbow stone. My strategy was to drill around the diamond zone to get enough cash for all the TNT, and maybe I'd find the ore along the way. I didn't end up finding the rainbow ore this way, but I did get enough money to be able to do this.
Boom. Actually, boom. I should have said excellent. So now I just gotta find the last special ore, wherever on earth that is.
I bought some more of this stuff to help me search, and just started drilling in one of the corners of the map, since I definitely checked the center. And by some miracle, while drilling upwards in that corner,
Oh, there it is. Give me. Nice.
rainbow, check.
All right, Bertha, I think that's enough for one day. Ooh.
Only 1 achievement to go. Time to get good. 30 minutes on the clock. I slapped to the ground once again with my garden spade, and after a little over 5 minutes, snagged the money bag. thanks to accidentally looking almost right at it when I returned from a garage trip. It got me a better shovel, so I think the extra 30 seconds were worth it. Copper Cave came soon after once again, and I opted to pilfer it for upgrade potential. And when I returned to digging down, I chose a spot that seemed likely to provide the mineshaft entrance, telling myself,
if I hit the mine, I hit it. If I don't, I don't.
you can really hear my enthusiasm for this third run in my voice there, can't you? That philosophy didn't end up mattering though, because
I'm here. I found it, apparently. Doesn't look like it, though.
no biggie. Let's just call this the if I don't route of the plan. I reached platinum depth with 13 minutes left and diamond with 10. Things were looking good, but the chunks started getting in the way a lot. After quite a few chunk removals, with 5 minutes left on the clock, I found the beaver cave entrance once again.
I didn't even get a drill. That's how intense this has been.
Man, you can hear how in the zone I am. I did this all in one recording session to be fair, because I was enjoying it quite a lot. I did not hesitate, and, well...
Right. Of course.
the fear was gone at this point. I had places to be, and no weird beaver boys were gonna stop me.
Treasure, win, treasure, win.
And then I tried to pause to check the time, which,
What?
and thanks to me breaking it,
Why do I see no achievement? You gotta be kidding me. How long did it take? I was hauling ass.
I pressed continue to hopefully see my time, and
Oh, okay, all right, okay. So I was like, this surely 25 minutes, beat that.
and with that, my shovel was golden, and so was my...
Wait, there's still another one. Huh?
Looks like we ain't done quite yet. It was a hidden achievement, so I was a little lost.
Keys.
Never mind, it's definitely that.
Oh, we are not done. Hold on, strap in.
I bought this maxed out drill once again, golden clad this time, and started hunting. You may recall I found a key in my first 2 runs around the copper cave that I completely forgot about both times. But in this one, I had found no such thing due to the hustle. After 20 solid minutes of drilling, I still hadn't found any keys, so I took to the forums of the interwebs. With the guidance from this comment right here, I found the first key tucked away near the copper cave's elevation, and the second key literally buried inside this chunk of something. Good thing I got plenty of these.
Yeah, it was in fact in the rock. Beautiful key, yay, awesome. Let's go open the box. Let's go open the box.
And so that's what I did.
Old crate, baby.
That upgrade there turned my dynamite golden clad too. So I did the only sensible thing.
Neighbors, don't worry about it. It's all safe. I called the 411 people. I didn't hit any power lines.
What a good citizen I am.
Bertha, how's Timmy? My work here is done. Honey, I think it might be time for us to move. You think we can sell this place?
Bertha and I will come up with something, I'm sure. Like maybe adding the lights all over the house.
Chuck a few up here on the what the world border? Just a few lights on the ceiling.
Oh yeah, that's resale value, baby.
Neighbors, I've achieved it. Floating light technology.
I may have upset the HOA beyond any hope of redemption, but that was part of 100% of a game about digging a hole. If you made it this far, give this video a like and check this video out next, where I hunt down 100% of the beloved Stardew Valley as a brand new player.